Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue our work in the Bee Haven journal. I've been doing and sharing some layouts with you that I thought you might enjoy outside of the typical laying some pockets and doing some other stuff. So if this is the first time you see it, welcome. I'm glad to have all my new subscribers. You guys are amazing. I am slowly catching up on comments, so bear with me, guys. I just don't like giving it a heart, you know what I mean? You take the time to leave me a beautiful comment, I'm gonna take the time to respond back to you, so bear with me. My pup is under the weather, and I've shared his updates and stories there. So in this series, I put the cover together. Well, I showed you how I did the cover. I explained it. We started decorating some belly bands. We did this large belly band with a pocket on top. In my kits, I like to add a lot of pockets and ephemera, so I showed you different ways of being able to stack them instead of just using them individually. And I didn't intend for this journal to be so big, but I kind of went overboard on the spine, so I had to fill it. So today we're gonna do this. This is a interactive element here that gives you like a secret writing spot, and I'm gonna add some coffee dye paper there and fully decorate it, but I wanted to show you the concept and how to do it. So I have a pocket all the way in the back. I have a pocket that slides on this part, but there is also another pocket that you can utilize in here in between the back and the front. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It is very easy, guys. You will be shocked at how easy it is. So I just started, I went through my stash. I have these random sheets that I've purchased over time at Joann's when there was still a Joann's, and this is from the Willow collection, and I think they were like 10 cents or 25 cents or something like that. So I think this goes well with the Bee Haven. So I'm going to pull out my guillotine. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this to be 8.5, right? That's my length. And then we're gonna cut this to be 4 and 4. So we're gonna need 2 pieces to do that. So we got 4 by 8.5 and 4 by 8.5. And then you're gonna need a 1-inch strip, and I'm gonna take it off this long one. So I'm gonna cut this to be 1. And then I'm gonna cut this in half to be 6 inches each. And I'm only gonna need 1. So now this is scraps that I can use in the journal. All right, so that is that. We're gonna need to score this at a 1/2 inch. On the long side, and let's see if I can see 1/2 inch. So we're gonna score this at 1/2 inch, and we're gonna score this one at 1/2 inch, and that is it. That is all we're gonna need to do. Okay. So now we're gonna put it together. So, oh no, I lied. We gotta score at 4 inches. So we have 1/2 inch on one side, and then we're gonna score 4 inches on the other side. And this way it'll fold in half. And I'm working with my little scoring board. So now we're gonna fold that this way, make sure everything is lined up. And then we're gonna fold this one over. And we're gonna fold this one in half and make sure it's lined up, because this might wanna turn on you. It would help if I cut it straight, right? But I did not. So I think that's the one that we're gonna put on the bottom, so you don't see And this is the one that's going to be on top. Man, I did a horrible job of cutting. And I used the tool. Let's do this. Let's just trim that away. All right. So now let me get my glue and we'll glue this together. Okay, got my glue. So the first thing we're gonna do is seal these closed. I hope you guys are doing well. Did you guys pick up your folio freebie and your tag freebie? I wanted to introduce a new kit for October. Oh my gosh, Dahlia. For August, but with Loki's unexpected injury, I was expecting to have this journal completed by the end of the month. So that's okay. What's the rush? So I haven't had an opportunity to finish it, and I haven't had an opportunity to finish this one. All right, so we have our 2 pieces and we have our extra piece. So what we're gonna do now is with the fold facing the back, we're going to take our piece that is 1 inch by 6 inches and kind of center it. And we're going to add glue on this side. Okay. And then with this one facing you, the fold facing the front, we're going to slide this one right in here, butt them together, and then flip it over. So you get the bend and it's flushed. Okay, so this is what we have, right? It's flushed right in there. This one's gonna be right there, and then this one turns over. That's what we have. Make sure it's straight, make sure everything is flushed, and then we're going to glue this one inside, but I want to get it in there first, make sure it's nice and flushed and creased so it's as hidden as possible. Okay. See, I want to get it, see how you can see it there? I want to get it as close as possible. So now I think what I want to do is take this out, open it up, right, and then make sure it's all the way up to the top and bring it as close to that edge as possible. So now we can add glue. And then slide that right in. All right, write it in, flushed. Make sure you are straight, and then give it a good press. And that is that. So now what you have, if it doesn't glue on itself, is this. Okay, now on this top one, I am going to glue from that hinge, from that little sliding mechanism, just from here up. The sliding mechanism needs to stay unglued. And that's gonna give you your front pocket. Right, so we're just gonna lightly glue that there to give me a pocket. And then that is that. I am so heavy-handed with glue. Horrible. Now you cannot glue the one on the bottom because that's the one that your sliding mechanism is, you know, sliding on. So you cannot glue that one. That has to stay open. Well, actually, you can glue that little piece too, but. All right, so there we have it. We have a pocket here, we have a pocket here, but it is an open pocket, and that's why I added this here to catch what's in the back so it doesn't slide all the way down. So you still have your hidden writing spot, your pockets, and so now for this one, I'm gonna add a pull tab, and a pull tab just lets the person know that this does something. So I have some scraps here. And I'm gonna add the pull tab. Let's see, I have my ink. Okay, got my ink. I am just going to lightly ink this here on both sides. And then we're going to glue this down. And add glue on both sides. People always ask me what kind of glue I use. Just good old Elmer's glue. I'm gonna pull this so it's away, and then I'm going to add this here. Okay. Now I'll come back and ink all the edges and do all the fun stuff off camera, but let's see. I did mark a spot because I did put the other one in the second signature, and I think I'm gonna want this one to be in this one. And the good thing about this, well, I glued the bottom, so it has to go this way. So it cannot go there. Let's find another page. Okay, we can put it here. And I'm gonna glue just 3 sides so I can have a pocket in the back. Find a good spot there. I'm going to leave myself some space so I can put something on the bottom to be able to catch whatever I put in that pocket. I'm going to pull that out and I'm going to center it. Make sure that it's straight. Hold it down for a little bit so it can catch. It was looking on Neighborhood Watch, and then here it is. You can add some coffee dyed paper or some blank paper, whatever you like. This one is light enough to be able to write. And then this is where you would put something to catch on the bottom. So we have a pocket in the front here. We have a pocket back here in between, right? In between. And then we have another one all the way in the back. So if you're gonna put something in this pocket, this is the one where you will want to add something there. Or if you don't want to use it at all, then you can just go to the pocket all the way in the back and you'll be fine. Your choice, you have an option. But there it is, there is the mechanism. That's how I did it. And I hope you give it a try. It looks really pretty, very different. Way to be able to add some interaction, and of course I have to further decorate it. So that's my share for today for the Bee Haven. We did the interactive pocket right here. This is one I did off camera, and this is the one we did together. So I hope you enjoy it. Very easy, very simple, and it adds a nice element to add to your journal. All right, everyone, take care. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye now.